Hi, I'm Jennifer Manson, the Flow Writer. I write my own books, I coach other people through their writing, and I also do personal and executive coaching. Today in my Writer's Write series, I was thinking about turning up to the blank page. So I was talking with my friend Lena recently and telling her how I love the feeling of turning up to the page without knowing what I'm going to write that day. And she commented that that's quite unusual, that a lot of people are a little bit daunted by the blank page. So I'd like to talk today about loving the blank page, loving turning up without knowing what's going to happen and what you're going to write and how it's going to be and how you're going to feel. This kind of goes back, well, it goes back a long way for me. I think back to the beginning of when I started school, and at the beginning of each new school year, I was so excited to be there with my empty school books and knowing that the year was going to be what the year was going to be, but not knowing exactly how that was going to unfold. And I loved that experience. So now, I think also I live my life this way. I like to turn up each day and go into stillness and not know what it is exactly that I'm going to do or how it's going to turn out or who I'm going to meet or what's going to happen. So turning up to the blank page, if that's something that you have found in the past a little bit daunting, and some people talk about writer's block, which is not something that I really experience, or at least not anymore. Maybe I did in the past, but it's a dim memory if that's the case. And practice turning up to the blank page. So turning up to the page going, I don't know what I'm going to write today, and that actually is quite a nice feeling. So I suggest that you get out a page, whether you're working on your computer or you're working on your phone or you're working on a piece of paper. Get yourself into the position where you're all ready to go, and right at the top of the page or right at the top of the document, turning up to the blank page and loving it, loving the blank page. And then just sit there for as long as you sit and just feel how you feel. Maybe you want to write something about how you're feeling, what's going on inside you, what's the emotional experience that you're having with this sitting in stillness and not knowing what's going to come. And you see there, as soon as you start to write that, you're writing something. So then maybe we start a new document, or we turn to a new page, or we just go down a few lines and we say, okay, what is it that's going to turn up today? What am I going to write today? And then just sit in stillness and see what comes. There's nothing wrong at all without you not knowing, and if you can sit with some comfort in that space, then it can be a really enjoyable space to be in. You're here at the page, and right at this moment, there's nothing that needs to be there. There's nothing that needs to turn up on the page. There's nothing that you need to write. There's no deadline in this case, and yeah, if you have deadlines in other situations, then that's a different thing. In this exercise, we're turning up to the blank page without any idea of what's going to come. And it may be that suddenly you find yourself writing something that is part of another project that you're working on. That's absolutely fine. So turning up to the blank page, not knowing what's going to come, just going quiet and waiting to see what comes out of your fingers, what comes out on the page. When I'm writing and I have a particular word count in mind, it might be that after maybe a few hundred words, or maybe even just a couple of hundred words, I go, I don't know what's coming next. And so then I go back into that still space of, I don't know what's coming next, but something's coming, and something always does. So I hope you enjoy the exercise. I hope you enjoy getting comfortable with the blank page. And if you are comfortable with the blank page already, that you just enjoy this exercise of relishing that and being in that feeling once again. So I hope you enjoy it and have a great day.